Good evening, everyone. It's the D-League Podcast 2024, episode 13. I am here with my esteemed guest, two-time guest, Taylor Zachar. How's it going, my man?
Good. How are you, Bam?
I'm lovely. Thank you for joining.
Of course.
I know
It's been
you're
a
very
long time
busy.
coming.
I know
Finally.
you were busy last week, and I was like texting, or today, looking at my phone, like, he texted me on the 13th that next week would work. Is this next week already? I couldn't figure out the time, but it seems like this works. So
Schedule's finally aligned.
yes, you're coming to me from your office with a wire airplane
Yeah. The
in the
Honda
back.
Jet.
Did you
Yeah.
make that yourself?
I didn't.
I thought for sure you're going to say you did.
No. Some bootleg thing off Instagram. I think my dad found. So.
The algorithm got him.
Yeah.
Things from that.
I get comments from people at work like, is that sanctioned or did we approve that? And I was like, don't worry about it. I don't.
Is that a Honda jet?
It
or
is.
A jet
Yeah.
that uses Honda? Wait, does Honda make jets or parts for jets?
We make jets. That's the jet we make.
Wait, so if I go Honda Jet.
.com. Yep.
Whoa, that's what you work on, this light jet?
Yeah.
These like private planes? That's fucking sick, dude.
Yeah.
I never knew. I always thought you worked. I knew you worked at Honda and in the aerospace division, but I always thought it was like you built parts for Boeing and other manufacturers. But that's tight. This thing looks sweet. This looks like space age.
Yeah, we build our own jet.
Honda Jet Elite 2. I want one of those. It looks like you could mount some lasers on it and fight aliens in it. This is tight. I'm gonna put this in the chat actually for everyone to see.
Yeah, and I don't know if you're looking at the new one or the old one. We just announced a year ago, we announced the new one, so the big one. A bigger one.
A bigger private jet?
Yeah, 11 seats instead of 8. So
does Taylor Swift drive or fly in a Honda?
Probably not yet. The one we have now is pretty little. Maybe the next one.
Yeah, she does have to probably bring
quite the entourage.
200 people with her. Yeah, that makes sense. Right. Well, I'm good. Let's see. What did I get? This is the first weekend we didn't have anything going on for the last month or so, which was nice. I just hung out, played a lot of video games when Rosemary was asleep, and then I won, which was great. Beat Burrell. I'm firmly in second place now because Will lost, and I have pretty good points for, so things are looking pretty good for the Mirth. No real complaints there. I guess the only thing I can think of, and it kind of ties into NFL, is that if you have any Washington players, so I have Jaden Daniels, some people have Brian Robinson, I also have Terry McLaurin. There's kind of a history now of Cliff Kingsbury and his second half being kind of historically bad. In the second half of every season, going back to him being a Texas Tech head coach, his record is like shockingly bad, massively losing, and his offenses have always tanked in the second half. So, in prep for that, plus the Week 14 bye, I went and grabbed another quarterback who I'm just now realizing is the Indianapolis quarterback who has the same bye as Jaden Daniels. Fuck. Okay, yeah, I grabbed Anthony Richardson thinking I could play the matchups, but Week 14 they're both off, so I need to rectify that at some point. Anyway, got the dub. The Cyclones got the dub now that Bendo was not in attendance for the first time in 2 weeks.
Finally.
So, I mean, I don't want to, correlation does not equal causation, but, or wait, is it the other way around? Causation does. No, I had it right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Benda attends two games in a row. We lose them both, and he's not there, and we kind of crush him. So
coincidence? I think not.
I think not. Some of us have to make sacrifices, and Benda, yours is never going to a Cyclone game ever again. How's your week, man?
It's good. Speaking, the chat is blowing up about cars. I got a new vehicle yesterday.
Whoa, what'd you get?
I got a Honda Pilot.
The Pilot. Is that? Do you get a deal from Honda?
Yeah, it's actually a company, a manager vehicle with the promotion I got a couple months
When did you
ago.
get promoted? Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so I finally got my company vehicle. So
This thing looks sick.
Just have to pay the imputed income on it on the lease. So they pay everything. And
do I think it's a little on the nose that you work at Honda and you're in the aerospace division and then you get a car named the Pilot?
It does fit, I guess. If the shoe fits.
Might be trying too hard, bud. It does look like a pretty sick car, though.
Yeah, picked it up last night. Pretty sweet. Pretty excited about it. Drove it around today. Pretty nice.
In the around the cul-de-sac, or did you get out on the road and?
We had an appointment today. Went to an appointment. Drove downtown, all the way downtown in it for an appointment.
Cool.
Yeah.
You went down to the Minneapolis downtown, that war zone.
Yeah.
Mostly Mogadishu.
Yeah. And then Apple Maps took me literally through downtown. We were trying to get to the U, and Apple Maps is like, this is a better route. So get off on and drive down 6th Street, right down the middle of downtown.
Yeah, that probably would be better, depending on what time, better than 94.
Yeah, so, it was at 8 a.m, so traffic was terrible. So
for sure. Yeah, 94 blows. I avoided as much as possible.
Yeah, but yeah, made it there and back. Chris's mom got her a muffin. She was gonna bring a muffin in the car. I was like, absolutely not. You can't bring a muffin.
No fucking chance.
This is a spotless new vehicle. It had 8 miles on it when I picked it up.
Oh, it's delicious.
Yeah. So I haven't had a new vehicle in 17 years. So feels pretty nice.
I'm probably on pace for that. My last new vehicle is the one I bought for my grandma when I was still in college. So could be nice to have a new one, a company sponsored one, especially.
Yeah, that's true. I probably wouldn't have done it. Still be.
Yeah. What color did you get?
Like a gunmetal gray.
Oh, sick! Love that.
So pretty sharp.
Yeah, it's good. That'll be nice. It'll blend in with the downtown scenery if you never need to go back.
Yeah.
Even though you're there. Metal gray. Cool. Did you watch the Iowa State game at all?
I did. Yeah, it was exciting. Watched the first half pretty intently, and then kind of petered off there towards the end. But we were pulling away, so it was all good. But yeah, no, it's fun to see him win. I think we're back on track. You know what? We didn't want to set the bar too high.
Right. Got to reset expectations.
Yeah.
With people like me.
Yeah.
I watched the first half ish, and I got too stressed and went downstairs, and Merritt went and watched Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, I believe. And then I slowly on my second screen when I was playing some Slay the Spire on my computer, put the game back up, and then got fully reinvested. It was a fun watch.
Yeah,
it turns out, getting Malik Verdun and Cooper and a couple other of the best defensive players in the conference back kind of helps a lot.
Yeah.
Who don't know?
Yeah. It's
we're still missing 15 linebackers.
Yeah, pretty hard starting the entire second string defense.
Yeah.
Expecting to perform the same. So
that's tough.
Yeah,
10-win watch is back on track. We got 2 more regular season games, I believe, and then a bowl game to try and get it done. It'd be pretty nice.
Yeah.
And K-State looks pretty vulnerable. They've gotten kind of handled the last month or so.
Well, and BYU lost too, right? So it's not like it's there is an avenue.
Yeah, it's funny. KU was really, really, really fucking bad, and then now they're just going to go to all of the Big 12 contenders, us, BYU, and Colorado, and take them all out, even though they're not even going to make a bowl game.
Just ruin seasons.
Yeah, that'd be pretty funny, honestly. Especially because Benda had to watch it in person.
Yeah. Dang it, Benda.
I know. You ruined it. We could have 10 wins right now if Benda didn't drag my ass to a Iowa State game.
Yeah.
All right, on to NFL.
Do it.
I just had a few things. One was Jets LOL. They fired their GM. They gave Aaron Rodgers everything he wants, so I guess he's the GM now. And they're still just losing constantly.
Someone said it best in the chat a few weeks ago. Aaron Rodgers is the least accountable person ever.
Yeah, and then he goes on what's his name's podcast and just goes like, "We're all trying to figure out who did this." Yeah.
Could it be the quarterback?
Yeah, so it'll be funny to have them go hire a new GM, get a new coach, and Rodgers either retires or he's not. I don't think he's going back to the Jets. That would be a pretty big mistake. So he'd have to go somewhere else and take Devontae and Lazard with him again, which would be even funnier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said the Cliff Kingsbury thing. His offenses have been really, really bad in the second half of the season. So just be cautious around your Washington players. I know I have two of the best, and I'm already worried because last week was really bad for both of them. Next thing, the Lions. They went scorched earth on the fucking Jaguars. They put up like 60, and they had like a 35-point lead in the third quarter and still had all of the starters in. And when they were up 35, Goff still threw for like 200 more yards and 2 touchdowns. And I think Amon-Ra St. Brown had like 80 and a touchdown in the second half, before the second half, and they were still just massively up, and he scored another 50 yards and another touchdown. Like, it was just, it was really funny, but also that just seems like you're asking for it, asking for karma to take one of your players out. So I wouldn't do it, but I'm sure a lot of fantasy owners were really good.
From a fantasy perspective, it was awesome.
Yeah, and that ties into the next one. The Texans were up 27 points with like 5 minutes to go, and they kept Joe Mixon in, and they sacked Cooper Rush on a 4th down with 5 minutes left. And every single touch through the next like 3.5 minutes, including the touchdown, all went to Joe Mixon. They're starting running back, the guy who's having a career season for them. They just were like, the game is iced. You don't need Joe Mixon to go ice you the game. What are you doing? He's already missed 4 games earlier this season with an ankle injury.
It's so weird, like there's some sort of like side bet that all the coaches have going.
It's almost like Vegas is involved and needs to hit his overs. But actually, by then, he would have smashed all of his overs by 1 million. He had like 3 touchdowns. So, yeah, that was pretty bizarre. But I know a certain man in Presidents was very happy to have that happen. We'll get to that in the future. That's foreshadowing, Zachary.
Foreshadowing. I see what you did there.
Yeah, you learned that in business school. Did you have anything NFL related?
I mean, the Vikings won. Always good. Good to see them win. Looked pretty good.
Yeah, the Titans' defense is pretty damn good too, and Darnold kind of tore him up, so that was kind of nice.
Yeah, looked kind of good. So pretty happy with that. My man, our man, Purdy didn't show up. Couldn't get the job done, but
no,
that's all right.
Got to get Purdy some help.
Yeah, they got a rough road ahead, but yeah, I thought it was a good weekend overall.
Have you always been a Vikings fan?
Technically, I grew up a Packer. My dad was a Packers fan, then moved to North Carolina and followed the Panthers. Big bandwagon fan there when they won the Super Bowl. And then obviously coming back here, it makes sense to be the Vikings. And so when I got married, the in-laws are huge Vikings fans, so it was.
That tracks.
Yeah.
The Panthers didn't win the Super Bowl, by the way. They went there, but they didn't win it.
They didn't?
With Cam Newton? No, they didn't win it.
13 or 4? No? Oh. They went.
They were fucking awesome. Luke Kuechly.
Yeah.
Newton. I don't remember. Was that Steve Smith still?
I think so.
Yeah, those teams were fucking awesome.
It was a good team. Oh, I thought they won.
I think it was the Super Bowl where Cam Newton made the business decision not to grab the fumble, and that like lived in infamy. But they ended up losing. Great team though. Yeah, that's awesome. The Vikings are. I think KOC is like top 4 or 5 coach in the league. He's had to deal with some unbelievable trash as a Vikings head coach in the last in his 3 years or whatever, and he's
He
still just kind of winning.
Yeah, and he keeps a really good outlook, perspective. It seems like, he's always just a level-headed, shakes his head at dumb stuff, and moves on.
Yeah. Sometimes he can get cute with the play calls, but I would assume if the quarterback was better, they would have been executed, but who knows?
Yeah.
Cool. Let's get on to the goddamn league
week
stuff. Yeah. I just combined everything like results, playoff race, just general league stuff other than trades all into this league week thing. Guggenheim, the only person we have completely locked into a playoff spot right now is Langton. He has a 9-2 record, the most points for in our league at 1,365. And he's on a 6-game win streak. I mean, there's nothing more you could want if you're Langton. He has a 2-game lead on me in the 2nd seed. He's had an absolute phenomenal season. If we look at, I'm not going to share because it's a pain in the ass, but basically the tandem of Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley they've averaged like 60 points a game. So he's just riding those guys and everything else is gravy in it.
A juggernaut.
Yeah, his team is nasty. The only 2 people that are totally out, and I don't think Sleeper has an indicator for if you're completely out of the playoffs, so I'm going off of what I think. This could be extra motivation for some of you folks, but I am going to say Nigro and Bureau are completely out of the playoffs. There's no chance, but everyone else could lose or gain some spots. Now, Taylor, you have some fun facts for us. I also wanted to bring a little bit of attention to your matchup this week, in which Mr. Irrelevant Denton Patrick dropped 175 on you and beat you by 60.
Yeah.
Everyone has outliers. Your points for are still stellar. You're still, you're above 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, everybody except for me and Langton, you have more points for then. So, you do have the shit emoji next to you, which is never fun, but that's the 1 week of Denton that'll do it to you. But, what fun facts do you have for our Guggenheim League?
Yeah, you it's a great segue because that was my first fun fact is that Denton scored 175 points against me, which pretty much sums up my season. I keep trying to win. I have the most points against. And I thought I was 3rd points for, so I'm trying.
Yeah, you
I'm digging, trying to hang in there. But yeah, Denton, 175 points. It's the highest score of the season so far. Let's see. So again, you hit on it. It's also the biggest win of the season by a whopping 61.64 points. So, that was this week. Sorry. A couple more things on this week. So I'm calling it all play against the league. Denton would have obviously beat everybody, and Lynn Tanner would have lost to everybody. So he had an 0-11 record against the league.
That's actually so. For context, Tanner scored 100, and he would have lost to literally everybody in Guggenheim. That's a pretty high scoring week. Goddamn.
Yeah. Yep. And I was right in the middle, 5-6 against the league this week. So now some fun season facts. So Langton has the most points, 1,365. Let's see. Where is it?
Take your time.
Let me find it. So Langton's on a 6-win. He's on a 6-win win streak, so he's running. Let's see. I have a 56 win rate in all play this season. 56% win rate against
in all play.
Yeah.
Wow.
But I'm still 5-6. So
yeah, you can swap those and you'd be more accurate.
Yeah. Now, all play Bamrick, you have the best record at 74-47. It's a 61% win rate.
7-4 is about that, right?
Yeah.
Ish. I'm about where I should be, I suppose.
Yeah, you're about where you should be, yeah. And then, so Langton's close behind you, 73-48. So And then I'm, like I said, 56% win rate at 68 to 53. And then Niagara is pulling up the rear here at 31% win rate. So
Niagara at 31% win rate. Guess who's one of those wins? Niagara, who averages like 90 points a game. Takes me out 2 weeks ago. So fun. Cool game.
So, and then just to hit on, not only is Langton also has a killer team, he's also setting his lineup correctly. He's not Dusty Crowing it, just auto playing. He's so far his accuracy is at 94.6%.
God damn. That's what happens when you draft really well, and it's just like, well, I'm gonna just keep starting my extremely good players.
Yeah, very true.
Out.
So yeah, some fun facts from this season, but
those are fun.
Guggenheim.
Guggenheim's a gauntlet. The Guggen Gauntlet. I'm pretty sure when we talked when Renner was on the pod like 3 weeks ago, he had the poop emoji, but you were very, very close behind. So the last couple of weeks have not been kind to you.
No.
Sorry.
No, I've been plagued by some injuries. Guys just not performing like I thought they would. Just we're gonna keep grinding. We're gonna get there.
For sure.
I'm set up nicely to get that 6th spot, I think. So
yeah, you got the points for it. So pod words, you're on notice, buddy. That 6th seed is not yours. You're not safe. Zachars right there, bud. Tight. I love Guggenheim. We're the best.
Yeah, it's the best league.
All my best friends are in Guggenheim.
It's not you, T-Shin.
Zachar and McMurray. All right, on to Herman German. Bendo finally won a game. So not only did he win us the Iowa State game, but he won himself his fantasy matchup by not attending an Iowa State game. He was, I think, on a 5-game losing skid or 4-game losing skid. Benda has 1,451 points. I believe he's the only one in the 1400s. I'm going to check really fast. And not only that, but he's halfway. Or no, okay, here we go. There's Salami Tommy is 1407. Yeah, okay. So there's 2 people in 1400s, and Benda is 1451. So he has the most points still. It's week 12, going into week 12. And he has firmly locked up at least the 5th seed in Herman German. The leader is 9-2. Then there's an 8-3 Stumbo. Then 7-4, 7-4, and then Benda at 6-5. Somehow does not have the poop emoji next to him. So this is a very, very bizarre year for our friend Benda here. But got the dub. This may keep you out of the 6th seed potentially, which would be nice. Nobody is officially in the playoffs in Herman German. Even at 9-2, somehow Sleeper does not have Tim Wood as locked in. I was pretty shocked to see that. But the lowest record right now is 6-5 for the 6th seed. So, I guess some catastrophes could happen to keep Tim out of it. And then Zach Elliott, also, he was on the 6-game win streak ever since that trade. That finally came to an end against one Mark Vormaziel. Too bad, so sad. And I don't believe even after that streak that Elliott he's not. Yeah, even after 6 wins in a row, he is currently the 8th seed, tied with 4 other people to try and get that 5th and 6th seed. Too bad. The only person out of it completely in Herman German is Mitch at 0-11. Everyone else could somehow sneak in there. Let's get on to Blipto. We got Josh Nelson's Detroit Lions dropping 194. His team is 5-6. He beat Tex by 110 points.
That doesn't make me feel so bad now. I feel a little bit better.
So I'm not kidding when I say he has the Lions. He started Jared Goff with 35, Montgomery with 23, Joe Mixon whatever. Xavier Worthy, Jamison Williams, Jesse Bates, and the Lions defense, and then he had Laporta as well, but Laporta was out this week. So, that would do it. I mean, when the coach is still throwing up 70 with their starting quarterback, you'll probably get a lot of points. So, with 194 points, he is not even close to most points scored. And he is not in playoffs, but what a week. Nobody's officially in Blipto, and Tex, Moran, and Tommy Bahama, whoever that is, are all officially out of the playoffs. Reminder that there is no indicator. I'm just assuming because these people are like 2-9 or 3-8. Let's go to Peters Cuervo. Bradley is in trouble. He's one of the few human beings in Peters Cuervo, and he just lost to the TJ, one of the other human beings. Meanwhile, Jameson's bot team, who has not made a move or done anything since the draft, is 6-5 and firmly in the playoffs. John Tracy is the only person who's locked the one up at 9-2, and then we got Trebek, Suck at Trebek. I don't know who that is. B Wrights, I think it's Brandon Wrightsman or something, and then Helt are all firmly out in Peters Cuervo. So Bradley, you got work to do, man.
They won't beat them.
Huh?
There are bots that will get in, but they won't.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
There was a team that drafted and then has done nothing since that will make it in, and those three will not.
Okay.
That's rough. Yeah. Painful. On a new haul, this is kind of the general league shit. I just got to rattle this off, otherwise Jameson will be sad because I'm not talking about everything. The New Hall League. This was interesting. This is the only league I've seen this in. The 4th, 5th, and 6th place teams right now in playoffs all have a losing record.
Is that possible?
It somehow is, dude. Wait. No, did I do this wrong? Sorry. It's 5th, 6th, 7, 8, 9, 10 are all 5 and 6. 4th is Skelt. He's 6-5. Okay. So my bad. But 5 and 6 have a losing record. Okay. That's not quite as insane as I thought. So literally 5 through 10, any one of these people could hop up into a playoff spot with one win. That is nuts. Juice, my pick to win the league, actually, is 9-2, has a 1-game lead on Salami Tommy, who has about 200 points more than Juice. But I guess wins are what matter. And then officially who are out, it's basically the only people who aren't 5 and 6, and that's Ward and DeWitt. So sorry about it. Actually, Ward has one more point against him than Benda has points scored. So Ward is leading all teams across all leagues in points against him. 1,451.
Oh my gosh.
That's you're averaging like 120 points against you right there. That's
wow.
That's he's 1,334. Could he? Oh my God! Wait, Ward is not out of it. He has more points for than Juice, who's in first. He has more points for than Juice, TJ, Skelt, Teeds. Yeah, he has more points for than literally everybody but Tom.
So he's not out, baby.
No, he's not. Not only is he not out, he's almost guaranteed that 6th seed.
So with a 2-something record, he could make the playoffs.
Yeah, 3-8 right now. He's pretty much firmly locked into a playoff spot. Oh man, this rule fucking is awesome, dude. I love that. You're getting royally shit on, and your team is good, so you're getting rewarded. That's what I'm talking about.
But where does he rank in points for? Did you say that?
Yeah, he's 2nd in points for in this league.
Okay. All right. Well then, yeah, that's fair.
He's got Skelt beat by 1 point. Okay. But yeah, everybody in the playoffs, he has more points than, including the first place team. He just happens to have 6 less wins than Juice.
Who's currently first out that he's going to bump?
First out would be. It's tough to say because so many people are 5 and 6, but right now the 6th seed is Dirks,
Okay.
who has 1,242. He has about 100 points more than Dirks.
Okay.
Yeah. Great rule. Old Hall. I don't really have much to say about Old Hall.
Real quick before you move on, how many emails does Jameson get over or under? No, it can't be 8 because there's only 7.
I would say he gets at least one. I would say he gets at least 2 messages per person who gets booted out of their 6th seed without realizing why. So I'm gonna say
over under 2 because there's 7 leagues. So
over. I'm smashing the over. I'm gonna go.
That should be over. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna put 10 units on the over.
Okay.
Yep.
Of complaints about the new rule because someone got booted.
Oh yeah, there's so many people that have no idea that this is happening.
Okay.
It's gonna be great.
Listen to the pod, people.
I know. Listen to the pod. Look at your emails. Look at the Discord. Look at the fucking everything that's in front of you.
Sorry, I interrupted you. You were on.
No problemo, dude. Old Hall didn't have much interesting going for it. Logan is in first, and the Rippers are right behind, both at 8 and 3. Oh, so is Corey Anderson. Holy shit, the most Corey Anderson type. So all 3 of those guys are tied at 8 and 3, and then in fourth, 2 games back, is my pick to win the league originally, Josh Renner, who has the most points for in Old Hall. So. Do I know ball? Many people are saying yes.
I'm going to want to see at the end an assessment of the teams you picked, where they finished, and where they finished points for.
That's a good call. Did I write that
together?
Down?
Be pretty easy. At the end.
I did. Okay, yeah, I did. At least I wrote it down. Back in week 4, I wrote down how my predictions were doing. Or I guess it'd be pod 4, not week 4. Cool. Actually, that doesn't even make sense. Week 4, we wouldn't have had 3 podcasts before that. Whatever.
You did a preview,
pre-draft,
a pre-draft, post-draft, like a post week 3 and or post preseason week 3, and then after week 1. I think you did do.
Oh, my episode count is probably off then. Oh well. Nobody cares. So then people in for Old Hall is nobody, and the only person out is Christian, who is 0 and 11. Poor guy.
That's what happens when you are trying to manage a team with a waiver wire that's yesterday from a.
Good point. That's a good point. All right, presidents. The only person in is Hanks at 9 and 2. Who's got a 1-game lead on the Javelinas with Ta. The only people that are out are Sam Von G and Davo. Davo's had a historically bad season, 1 and 10. That's ugly. But I did want to point out an interesting matchup. I mentioned this earlier, was Jameson versus Knust. Jameson scored 140. Knust scored 142. Knust had both Taysom Hill and Joe Mixon. So those 2 players got him fucking 70 points?
Yeah.
Yeah, 76 points. Jameson got a 0 from his tight end. Otherwise, probably could have pulled it out despite, pretty historic aberrations from, I would say, Taysom Hill. That's an all-world score from a guy who plays like 6 snaps a game. And it took that to take Jameson down.
Did Knust have him in the QB spot or the tight end spot?
Tight end spot, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you kind of hope for, a couple touchdowns and see what happens. So it was a good move. If you're needing a tight end, I would have put him in too. I can't decide.
He got 38 even with an interception and a fumble.
Yeah. I remember the game was there's in the fourth quarter, and I just looked at ESPN, and Taysom Hill had ran off a 75-yard touchdown. Taysom Hill. Yeah, I don't know if this is.
It's a cheat code.
I was just thinking about this yesterday. So Knuth lost a couple weeks ago when Jamar Chase had 50. He has Jamar Chase on his team as well, which seems like historically unlucky. Like you have a 50 burger on your team, you should win. But this, Taysom Hill scoring 38, Joe Mixon scoring 34, that seems historically lucky. Even though it's like the same thing, a player scoring vastly more than they should. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like the other thing is like the ultimate feels bad. I had 50, I should win. This is the ultimate, like Jameson got fucked royally because Taysom Hill is not a 38-point player. You know what I'm saying?
No. Yeah.
It's weird. But yeah, Jameson's now 5-6. Knuth is 6-5 in the playoffs. Jameson is right now in the 8th seed or 8th spot and pretty firmly out of the playoffs. He doesn't have points for really versus anybody. He definitely needs to win out. And I mean, 140 helps, but he needs to win out and get some help. His team is. Did he have a lot of buys? No, he was just missing Mike Evans. So the team just kind of isn't all that great. Poor guy. All right. Do you have anything on presidents? Even I guess you can't actually see the league. So
yeah, I see. But
no comment. We don't really, you and I, we don't really talk about lesser leagues. We're pretty focused on Guggenheim.
Guggenheim is the top. It is what it is.
Yeah, on my screen in Sleeper, I have Guggenheim up top. And
it's the best league.
All right, on to trades. I had one comment before we get into the actual trades. Both Guggenheim and Presidents have not had a single trade since September.
Well, I heard you might get a quarterback, so let's maybe talk after this.
Yeah, do we do a 2-for-1 so I can have one quarterback for week 14? Yeah, that's a little disappointing. I mean, every other team, I think, or every other league has had a trade in the last month or so, and Presidents and us, the two best, us and then Presidents, kind of just chilling. What I'm saying is trade before the trade deadline, folks. Did that already happen? No, it didn't happen.
No, it didn't happen.
On Herman German, we had last place Mitch, who is 0-11, trades with first place Tim Wood. Now, on paper, I go, what
is there some collusion?
Is there collusion? But Mitch gives up Najee Harris. Tim Wood gives... Or no, sorry.
You said it backwards. Mitch gives Najee and gets Amari. Or did you type it wrong?
Okay, I typed it wrong. Mitch receives Najee Harris. He gave Tim Wood Amari Cooper. So my whole, this is colluding, this is bullshit, was pretty much evaporated immediately when I saw this trade because it's a mid-off. It's just too... I don't care about either one of these players. Najee has, one of the hardest running back schedules rest of season, and Amari Cooper... In-season wide receiver trades typically only pop once or twice the rest of the year, so Amari might not be all that hot. So it's whatever. I don't care. Nobody said anything in their league either. I think this is kind of a no-mover, but I do think it's a little suspicious because there's another one of these where the last place team is trading with contenders, and that seems, off. But we can't police all the leagues,
We can't. Herman German, that's one of the bottom leagues. Maybe Mitch is trying to prevent piss boy.
Yeah, could be. Him and Christian going 4 basically.
Yeah. Maybe he's still fighting.
Najee for Amari, whatever. Blipto. Our boy Tyler has been busy. He's been a busy, sneaky little bee. He trades Calvin Ridley and Tucker Kraft to Mr. 195 himself, Josh Nelson, and he gets Jonathan Taylor back. I love this trade for T-Shan. I think Ridley is a 1 or 2 game a season player, and Tucker Kraft is a nothing, and Jonathan Taylor is one of the best running backs in the league.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. I think Josh Milson got absolutely waxed in this trade, and he responds by scoring the most points of anybody in all leagues ever. So, there you go.
Yeah.
Trade your really good player and play the Jags every week, and you'll be fine. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, Jonathan Taylor, yeah, he's 6th on the season so far, so it's a big pickup at the running back position.
6 on the season, despite missing. He missed a month-ish. What did he miss? He missed a lot. 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
Hold on, I might not.
He missed 3 weeks. Oh, you're probably looking at points per game.
I'd probably split it short.
Yeah, he's 23 on the year, but
okay.
Yeah, he missed 3 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, he's pretty good. It'll be interesting the rest of the year if with Anthony Richardson starting, because 2 things happened last week. One was the Jets had like a historically bad run defense, and Taylor ran 25 times for like 50 yards. And then Anthony Richardson scored 2 goal line touchdowns. But then you look at like the Eagles, where Barkley is absolutely thriving. He's like the number 1 running back. And that's despite Hurts vulturing like 2 touchdowns a game. So you basically have the poor man's version of that with Richardson and Taylor.
Yeah.
Also, T-Shan, he trades Tua and Najee, another Najee trade, to Joe Crispin for Mike Evans. I love this again from T-Shan. He's consolidating. He's like, I just want top 10 players at the position. I don't care how many people I have to offload to get it.
That are passing by. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Tua's fine. He's not going to score so much that you couldn't have gotten somebody else off of waivers, streaming probably. And Najee's going to be good, but like I said, little birdie told me that the Steelers have a really, really hard running schedule. So this was a savvy little trade from Tyler.
Yeah, I'm just surprised. I mean, I don't know. I guess Tua's put up some numbers.
Yeah.
This week, but nothing spectacular. Plus, he is such an injury risk. I wouldn't touch him, but Crispin maybe sees something in him. Maybe sees the upcoming weeks and thinks he can get something. Where's Crispin sitting? Where's Crispin sitting in the league?
He is 5th right now, right behind Tyler.
Okay.
They're only 7 points apart. Tyler is rolling out Bo Nix, who is the number 7 QB on the year and has been on fucking fire since week 4.
That's a sleeper name. I guess I didn't realize that.
I didn't
he's
either.
Playing that well.
Their schedule is, I mean, they've basically played a like Big Ten schedule. It's all of the worst teams in the universe. But that's good for fantasy. So you don't need to do anything else. Bo Nix is probably going to get you there. He has one tough matchup, I think, and that's his bye. So, good move. Old Hall, last place, Christian, trades Justin Jefferson and Jared Goff to Tom Keenan. And he gets back Braylon Allen, a 0. Tyreek Hill, a wide receiver 1, presumably. Alvin Kamara, who I think is like a top 5 running back on the year. And then $30 of fab. Yeah, I don't know. This was another one where I saw the place, a 0 to a playoff team, and I was like, this is bullshit. But Kamara and Tyreek, that's probably worth it for Jefferson, I think. Tyreek has been pretty bad this year, but most of that is because Tua has been gone. and Kamara has been excellent. So it doesn't seem that bad to me. What do you think?
Yeah, you know, he got Braylon Allen, Tyreek, and Kamara. Okay.
Yep. And Tom
Yeah.
got Justin Jefferson and Goff.
Without seeing both their rosters, I think you're getting rid of a top wide receiver, but getting a potentially top wide receiver, right? Tyreek could just go bananas.
Yeah, I'm wondering if this is a. So right now, Christian is projected to score 30 points this week because he has Josh Allen on a bye, Kamara on a bye, Drake London on a bye, Amari Cooper, his kicker, his defense, Braylon Allen, Keon Coleman, Dalton Kincaid, all on bye. I'm wondering if this is like prep for the toilet bowl, and it's like I need to win out of the toilet bowl to not get relegated. Could be that move.
Okay.
And if it is, I respect it. Nothing else in the regular season matters once you get to the toilet bowl. Nobody else is on bye. Maybe you make a run and you don't get kicked out of Old Hall.
That's true.
Maybe that's what he's thinking. That's what I would be thinking.
Yeah.
Now for Tom, let me look at his team. He's got Jared Goff now, Aaron Jones, Kenneth Walker, Justin Jefferson, Jaden Reed, Cortland Sutton, Dallas Goedert, Bucky Irving, kicker and defense. Tua is on his bench. Oh, this is a different trade. Sorry. Xavier Worthy, Leggett. Wow, 2 Xaviers. Wow. Noah Brown, Hawkinson, and Brandon Aubrey. So I'm trying to think, where would he would have put Kamara in for Bucky Irving, and he would have put Tyreek in for Jefferson. But Goff is only QB 10.
Goff's only QB 10?
Yeah, I mean he has had his bye already, and he had 2 really strange games. The Tennessee one and the Green Bay one were both where he basically didn't do anything, but other than that he's been pretty good. I don't know. Oh, the Houston one where he threw 5 interceptions. Huh. Yeah, I think I probably would have just stuck with Tyreek and Kamara, but maybe he got spooked from the Taysom Hill game.
True, but they're not gonna. Well, yeah, that's a flash in the pan.
Yeah,
I mean,
wouldn't think
they won't let that happen again. Well, I don't know. Taysom Hill, what a
weapon.
Yeah, he can do it all.
Finally, somebody to unleash Taysom Hill, unlike Sean Payton.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's probably good for both.
Seems fair.
Yeah.
You know? Both of these last place trades would normally piss me off, but they both seem pretty fine. Cool. No more trades. There's none in Prez or Guggenheim. We have, I think, 1 week or 2 weeks left to get a trade in. So get it going. General League topics. Don't forget to order your True Tones. My brother-in-law just said he ordered 4 strings of True Tones. They just bought a house, and it's going to look amazing. Mine, I put them up last year, and they were gorgeous. You have, I think, basically this weekend to order them and get them in time for Christmas, so don't forget. Zachars, don't forget.
Okay.
Yeah, do you put Christmas lights up?
I did in North Carolina. Last year we had just moved in, so I didn't get a chance to. This year I'm going to try, but we're going to see what we got going. It's, new house, so haven't put it up yet. Still need to put my plan together.
If a string of lights was 25 feet, how much of that roof would it cover? Of your roof. Do you know how wide your roof is?
How wide? It's
yeah, whatever.
I think it's 50 feet left to right. But
including angles and shit?
Not including the angles, so that's the
That's the hard
25 would be the bottom of the triangle, and then you'd have to figure out the hypotenuse. That's too hard. I
Obviously, we have to pick.
gotta get my engineering paper out for that, and nobody's got time for that.
Fair enough. Okay, we'll figure out the hypotenuse in
Yeah.
another pod.
Yeah.
Which you all know how to do, obviously. And all right, on to mailbag. So these are just all from my boy Alex Mallet. He just dumped a bunch in here, and I'll go off what I think, and you can respond if you'd like. When do we feel bad for Bears fans? I'm a person who was born with empathy, so I feel bad for people when bad things happen to them. I am also an Iowa State and Vikings fan, so I can commiserate with other people who are miserable all the time. And so I have felt bad for the Bears for quite a while. They seem to be just kind of toiling around in not just mediocrity, but torture. So even though they're a division rival, I kind of feel bad for them. Now when they start winning, it's not like the Lions where I'm like, whoa, the Lions, go for it, dude. This is awesome. It'd be a little bit different, but I do feel bad for them right now.
Somebody in the Bears organization walked under a ladder.
Yeah.
Or broke a mirror.
They walked under the bridge unlit.
They got some bad luck their way.
Is Purdy the main reason the 49ers can win a game? He, in my opinion, is the only thing they have going for him. The rest of the roster was around for 2 Super Bowl losses, and I think it's got to them. They don't got it anymore, man. The roster's getting old. They can't.
Broken. The broken roster too.
They can't put it together for one last run. I think it's kind of. I mean, Kittle's out every other week. Ayuk's out for the season. McCaffrey missed most of the season. The all-pro left tackle has been pretty mediocre. Like, it's not good. Purdy is excellent. Sometimes makes Iowa State look in plays, but they're going to have to pay him, and it's not going to get any easier. So,
at what point do you just call it for the 49ers for the season? I know you don't, but just, hey, we're plagued with injuries. Let's just rest up. Let's get everybody back to 100% so we can make another run at it next year.
Dude, that's a good question. What is their record right now?
They're 5.
5-5. Okay, they're only 1 game back from the NFC West somehow.
Oh,
but they did just lose to the Seahawks.
I didn't get to watch the game. How did CMC look this week?
Pretty good.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like as good as usual, but I mean, he's still averaging. He's only played 2 games, and both times he had 15 points without scoring a touchdown. So he's back. He's good.
Okay.
He's breaking tackles. He's looking awesome. So they have been a little bit more Isaac Grendo and Jordan Mason than I think in the past. Maybe not a lot more, but I did see them more than I had noticed any backups before that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Missing Ayuk is pretty bad, and I mean Debo's good, but if it's just Debo, he's not going to.
It doesn't work. Yeah, the offense doesn't work.
Yeah. All right, ISU, are we going to make the Big 12 championship and or the playoff? I said no. I mean, we're Iowa State. We don't get anything good ever. So don't expect it. It'll never happen. And then if it does happen, you can thank me for giving extra motivation to the boys.
Yeah, if Benda would stop being so hopeful and going to games, maybe we would. But
that's true. If I had confirmation that Benda would not attend any other game the rest of the season, then yes. But I don't know if I trust him or Big Bill.
Yeah.
Have you watched any Iowa State basketball?
I keep meaning to, and then stuff comes up, and I haven't watched it, but I want to.
I haven't seen it in a fucking second because it's all been on ESPN Plus, and I haven't bought it. But the game on Monday is going to be on ESPNU, so we can finally check it out. A top 5 matchup. I'm going to go back to when we played North Carolina. Was that last year? In the Maui Invitational, or 2 years ago, and we just kicked the shit out of them. I think that's what's going to happen here.
That was. I thought it was last year, but
yeah, might have been last year. We usually play well in old Hawaii, so
Yeah.
yeah, I'm excited to see the boys. I mean, we're 3-0 right now against nobodies. Allegedly very, very good. So I would like to see how we're doing. We got Keyshawn Gilbert back and Chris Jones, fucking Momchilovich. Like,
Oh, Momchilovich. Oh, what a guy.
The boys could be. I heard Momchilovich put on some muscle. Whew! Got me hot over here. I'm sweating in this basement. You guys ever get up to any games? I guess you were in North Carolina.
We're going to this year. We missed, since we're probably going to miss football this year. We told the boys we'd go basketball this year. So
have they been to Hilton?
No, they haven't yet.
Damn, that's gonna be fucking sick.
So
you better look now for tickets because they're gonna get.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Although I'm hoping like a Saturday afternoon.
Yep.
Early in this, yeah. But yeah, no, we should look. What about you guys?
I would like to get down as well, but since we're good now, tickets are pretty expensive and in high demand. So we haven't been to one. I think the last game I actually went to was like 4 years ago, probably. It's been a long time. We were still good, but I think the students were on break. That's probably the best time to look.
That's true.
Which would be in like Christmas or 2 weeks.
Well, we should talk. We should text here in the next week or two and see if maybe it works for Saturday afternoon for us all to go down.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. The Ames trip, we missed you guys dearly. It was a lot of fun. So if we could get a whole crew together and tailgate a basketball game and go in, that'd be great.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
White chili versus red. The only white chili I've had is the white chicken chili that I recommended last week, and I prefer that to red chili 10 out of 10 times. Zachar, your opinion?
I'm kind of a white chili guy. Yeah, yeah. I had.
Do you have a white chicken recipe?
We do. It's actually I still dream about it. We went to a chili cook-off up north, and it was the most delicious chili I've ever had. It was not like your traditional chili, but it was like it had like a lime cream on it, and it was like sprayed on top, and then it was kind of more like I don't know. It was light. It was really good. I wish I could describe it better, but it was a lighter chili with a lime cream sauce on. It was so good.
Was it beef or chicken or what?
It's chicken.
I fucking love white chicken chili.
Yeah, it was good.
Up north, what do you mean?
Like Brainerd there, like Christmas Family's Cabin is.
Gotcha.
Nisswa. At Zorba's for you, if anyone knows the area.
And they're not. Zorba's sounds like a carnival.
There's a pizza place up north.
Oh. Zorba's on the lake.
Yeah.
Minnesota Lake. Wait, why are they? Oh, never mind. They changed every word that has a S on the site to a Z. That's great. I'm looking at the website right now.
Yeah.
Cool. Maybe I'll get that delivered for $7,000.
DoorDash.
Yeah. Dream podcast. Mine would be Danny Woodhead, the legend himself. I actually didn't give that much thought. There's probably others that I'll get back to the Discord on, but Danny Woodhead would be a dream.
Brock Purdy.
I feel like he would be good, but also probably boring.
That's true.
He'd be very like buttoned up, you know?
Yeah, that's
Steel Jance. The Wide Right Night Light guys did interview Steel Jance, and that was pretty legendary. Bob Jones.
Big Bob. Oh,
yeah.
That'd be a legendary pod.
He fucking probably lives up here now. He's from Minnesota. He'd probably move back. Yeah.
Batteries in Europe.
Yeah, true. Tearing it up with Pat Bev.
Yeah.
What is so your dream podcast guest would be probably Purdy?
I think Purdy would be. I don't know. It'd be fun to talk to him. The old Iowa Stater. I think we could.
Hello, fellow youths, fellow children. Fuck, marry, kill. Old-fashioned martini or margarita?
Yeah, I see your order there. I do love a good. I mean, I guess this is assuming that a Zachary isn't on the list, right? Because that's the top.
I mean, the question was this,
Okay,
but
just making
I'm
sure.
assuming that a Zachary would be at the top for you.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Just making sure. Then yeah, I think. I love me some tequila. I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna do. I'd marry an old fashioned. That's good. You can do that forever. And then I'd fuck margarita. And I'm not a big martini guy, so
Understandable. Maybe you just
love me.
haven't found your correct martini.
That's
There's
true.
many
I
types.
do love me some tequila.
I guess, yeah, there are a lot of margarita types as well.
Yeah.
This was a hard one. I like them all. I just have probably had more experiences with bad margaritas than the rest.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
The old college gut rat.
God, yeah, dude. Like a fucking pitcher of not jungle juice. What's the thing that Cafe B?
Strip and go naked?
No, Long Island iced teas. That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah. God.
Rail jam.
Now we're talking. This was you. How much are you using the astrology signs to start? I have not used astrology signs. I did a couple years ago talk to Lucas. You know Lucas, right? Ledger? Maybe?
Maybe. No.
Oh, maybe not. He has tarot cards, and I was so desperate. I was like, you need to give me lineup decisions using your tarot cards. That's the closest I've been to like voodoo magic or whatever, to doing start sets.
Okay. But no one's. I don't know. Maybe you're not getting my reference. You know, the Sleeper app tells you their astrology signs.
What? No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, go to your Sleeper app. I haven't found it on the web.
Oh, I need to do it on the.
I've only found it on my phone.
That's what? Okay. I'm looking right now. It's when you open their picture.
No, you go to your team.
Uh-huh.
And then in the top right, across from your name, there's like 3 bars in a square. Click on that.
What? That's why?
It gives
That's
you
so much effort.
Stats, but then also their astrology sign that I know nothing about.
That's fucking crazy.
Good.
Oh
that means no one was getting my joke, because I made the joke like 3 times in Discord and no one acknowledged it. And I was like, it's hilarious that there's astrology.
I didn't even know that little button up top existed. That's fucking awesome.
In the Sleeper app.
Yeah. I rarely look at my app on the actual phone. So I haven't seen a lot of this. Like the average points for is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I go to my team. So this has my roster average versus the league average. Oh, that's age. That's not helpful.
It's just age. Yeah. This button is completely pointless.
Interesting. It's just stuff like their human being stats.
I guess it's kind of helpful. It shows you got an old like I have an old tight end.
Yeah, my kicker's 33. He's the best kicker in the universe. Wait. Yeah, he has overtaken Brandon Aubrey. Because Brandon Aubrey missed last week.
I know.
This week's over, dude.
Yep.
You need a Chris Boswell on your side like me.
My sleeper pick is really letting me down. Thought I was really doing something there. In the first few weeks, I was.
He was winning you games for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, you have to start using the sleeper app more now. I know you will, because you'll need to know what if you're starting a Capricorn or a Cancer.
Yeah, I guess I have to look up what these signs mean.
I have no idea.
One of these is the Omega. That's Brian Thomas. That seems good. But he's on a bye, so I can't start him. Unless there's something I don't know
astrology about. In the newspaper.
Yeah, I'll talk to Mary. She probably knows shit about that.
Yeah.
Tight.
All right, well, that's what I had.
Well, thanks for coming on, man. We got it a tight 105
Yeah.
on the dot. So not too long, not too short, just right, as many would say.
That's Goldilocks.
What are you up to this weekend?
This weekend, pretty quiet weekend. I think Chris is having some friends over to come, some high school friends, and come visit and probably watch the boys.
Oh, you'll be in boys, in the boys charge mode. What I'm trying to say, watching the boys.
Saturday afternoon with them probably. So I don't know. Other than that, my
Dude, the
in-laws
Bulls
did
play
offer
at
to.
night again. God damn.
What's that?
Every game we've had this year is a night game.
Is it?
Yeah, we can't just go to a Dexter's or something and check out a. It's too bad.
But we should text and see. My in-laws, my mother-in-law did offer to watch the boys for me
Okay.
Saturday
Would
night.
you potentially go to Dexter's Saturday night to watch the Iowa State game?
It's possible. I need to talk to Chris and see, but it's possible.
Okay. Yeah, we'll be in touch. My people will call your people.
I have your number.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for joining, man.
Yeah. Good to talk. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.